Aries, to your end of the month reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. We do have the Hierophant sitting out for you. This is talking about that commitment. Ooh. Your belief system. Because I actually feel like your commitment may be being tested at this time for a long term. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, a couple of cards over here for the beautiful Aries. Yeah, your energy is strong over here with this Hierophant. You do have the Two of Pentacles coming out. You guys could be dealing with an earth sign. Doesn't have to be. With the Three of Wands coming out to the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, it actually feels like not only is it being tested, but it also feels like it's being like built towards something real. But I feel like something's not really lining up fully just yet because of the waiting over here. You're waiting for these ships to come in. So it does feel like you or someone is trying to build very stable over here with the Ten of Pentacles towards this relationship, but I feel like one's not on board as much as the other. Okay, so I do feel like, you know, maybe they're coming in to offer to you or vice versa. Right now, I feel like they're trying to come into you to build for you, Aries, and you're kind of waiting to see how this is going to go. So I feel like this isn't some like casual connection. This feels like it's more of one person is thinking long term, and I think you're still kind of weighing the pros and cons over here to this situation, because it does look like they're coming in and you're really thinking about this connection. Could be with a Taurus. But see, this is an Aries card. That's why I think it's you who's waiting. I think it's you who's waiting to see how this is going to be built. Can this last for, you know, a long time? I don't want to waste my time. And it does feel like they're saying, hey, I'm in it to win it. And you're going, I hope so. Kind of feel like, you know. So it's like taking very small steps, thinking about that future, trying to do things the right way, but just kind of worried that it's not going to stabilize the way you want it to stabilize. Maybe it's because I've been in a lot of relationships that always feel this way, and then they end up falling apart. So it could be, so it feels like some hesitation on your side. Okay. Because it does feel like with the Three of Wands to the Page of Coins, it's been growing and growing over time, right? I mean, it's been growing. But there's expectation that this is going to turn into something more. And I feel like that's coming from, we're going to call it the earth sign. Okay. It doesn't have to be an earth sign, but we do have so much earth on the table. And then you sitting in the middle, right? So it's kind of like, okay. So I do feel like you have expectations also, maybe because you are looking out going, God, I hope this works. So, I mean, you have the Ten of Coins, which is saying there is large potential for this long-term stable, even possibly something that could turn into something that's fully committed, like marriage. But there's a lot, you know, I just feel like there's a lot here that weighs you down. So let's get a couple of cards over here. Guys, if you are interested in a personal reading, you can find that in the description under the video. If you are interested in guided meditation or meditation music, you can also find that in the description area under the video. And relaxing whispers. Okay, and I am also, as of this month, starting personalized guided meditations. So okay, I'll leave that in the link as well. Or you can go to the second channel and find that. It's in the new videos only. Okay, so, but we do have the Death card coming out over here. So let's look. Yeah, there it is. I don't want to get hurt. Yeah, there it is. I don't want to get hurt. I don't know. Ten of Swords. To the Nine of Coins. So there's kind of a twist here in its own way. I mean, this is definitely a twist moment, but it's a good twist. You have to, you know, it's the ending of a personal realization of choosing yourself. Because what happens next is where everything is changing. Right at the end of the month, you're saying, I'm not sure about here. So there's this sudden ending or something that just stops the way it was going, just stops, just dead stops. They're offering this, and there's an ending. Feels like something that hits a little hard, though, coming up with the Ten of Swords. It's like you didn't want the Ten of Swords, but it's almost like there it is. With the with the Ten of Swords, it just looks like this is the moment where it feels like it hurts. And you didn't want it to hurt because it feels like that's that past coming back around. It feels like a blindside. Something just blindsided you. Things are not turning out the way you expected it to. They want this, and I feel like something's pulling back. If it was you who wanted this, they're pulling back. So there's a big pullback. It was like this, thinking that it was going to go somewhere that was real, feeling like there's real potential to this commitment. And then all of a sudden there's this blindsided moment. Are you blindsiding them, or are they blindsiding you? There's some fear here that things are just not going to go the way someone wants them to go. I still feel it's like maybe it was you who blindsided them. Maybe you feel like they're moving too fast. Maybe you knew that there was real potential, or maybe that was the way they were feeling. Take that how it resonates, but there's definitely a blind side. So with the Nine of Coins, though, it definitely feels like you're focusing on your stability, your peace in your own life. Or not waiting anymore for someone that wasn't fully together. Or maybe they were moving too fast. Like I said, it's going to depend on which end this is going. Because, someone's definitely going to get hurt in this situation. I feel like there was potential, could have been potential. So let's see why. Let's see why. Definitely moving away. Six of Swords, Seven of Wands. Someone wanted their peace, moving away from the stress. Became too stressful. There was some pushing, like I said, pushing back, protecting your energy. Don't want conflict, guarded. Not going to let you in the way I want, you want to be let in. So there's definitely pulling away emotionally. I don't feel like it's out of nowhere, guys. I just feel like it is because things just started to feel too heavy, too stressful, too difficult to deal with, too pushy. They want the potential, they want what they wanted, but it just felt like you weren't fully ready. You're not fully ready for this type of commitment that they're trying to do, or they're not ready for the type of commitment that you want. Okay, I'm actually going to move this over just a little bit, guys. Okay, I didn't realize you guys are the first ones I'm doing, so I didn't realize that you guys are not getting all of the cards. I am so sorry. Okay, there. No, it can stay there for all the other readings. So I just feel like it's just creating this distance, and the situation is just slowly, I think it was slowly kind of distancing itself anyways. And then all of a sudden the walls come up. And guys, it's just going to make it really hard for the relationship to actually move forward if we all of a sudden have these walls up. Okay. So even though it really had, real potential, it just couldn't fully come together. because one person wasn't emotionally available and the other person wanted it, needed it, felt like it was meant to be. Okay, so whether it was you or them, put it where it needs to be, because it could be for the cross watcher. The cross watcher can say, yes, Aries was doing this, and you can say, no, they're doing this. Okay, and I don't understand why they pulled away. Well, this is why they pulled away, Aries. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's get in. Let's get a angel message over here. And let's use spirit guide animals. Okay, we haven't used those in a while. For the big finale, I hope that this helped you guys understand what's going on. Okay, guys, let's see what Spirit has to say. Polar Bear, stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. Polar Bear. But I like the Polar Bear because it also, you know, represents this, you know, strong energy, actually, right? To pull back, go quiet, protect your energy, choose yourself, and it's okay. It's okay because it says as long as, you know, you're doing it respectfully for yourself and you understand what's going on, right? With compassion. And not just compassion for them, but also for yourself. But I like that because you have the Nine of Coins. It says, I'm doing it for my peace. I'm doing it for myself, right? So I think in the end, the two of you will come together and you will make this peace. There's no ghosting. There might be some pulling away, but I don't feel like there's any real, true ghosting. If you know that somebody ghosted, that's okay. You tell your truth to yourself and say, it's okay. Because I stood my ground for what I needed to do. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Okay. Because, you know, no matter what, the polar bear doesn't chase. It survives by knowing when to be still and when to move on. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.